Every country has its own story of wealth. Some nations became rich because they were sitting on valuable natural resources. Others used geography, strategy, or a single industry to build massive economic power. In this video, we will break down the one thing that made 10 different countries rich, the single factor that shaped their entire economy and changed their place in the world. 1. Norway Oil Fund. Norway is one of the richest countries on Earth, and most of its wealth is rooted in a single factor: oil. But what makes Norway unique is not just having oil. Many countries have it. What made Norway truly rich is how it used the profits. Instead of allowing the money to disappear into corruption or short-term spending, Norway created the world's largest sovereign wealth fund. Every dollar of profit was carefully saved, invested, and protected. Today, the Norwegian Oil Fund is worth more than the entire country's annual economic output. In theory, every Norwegian citizen could become a millionaire if the fund were divided equally. The one thing that made Norway rich is simple: turning oil into long-term national savings instead of quick profit. 2. Qatar, natural gas. Qatar's economic rise is almost entirely due to one resource: natural gas. The country is tiny with a small population, but it controls some of the world's largest natural gas reserves. The key was liquefied natural gas, LNG. By becoming the world's largest LNG exporter, Qatar built an economy with one of the highest GDP per capita figures in the world. Schools, hospitals, infrastructure, and global influence, all of it comes from gas money. Qatar's wealth is the result of mastering one product and dominating its market. 3. Switzerland banking. Switzerland's wealth is built on trust. The country has very few natural resources, but it became the world's financial safe haven. Its banking system offered what many other countries couldn't: stability, confidentiality, and political neutrality. As a result, the world's elites moved their money to Swiss banks. The banking industry shaped the entire Swiss economy. Multinational headquarters, luxury industries, and high incomes all grew from the same root: the trust people placed in Swiss financial institutions. The one factor behind Switzerland's wealth is a global reputation for secure banking. 4. Saudi Arabia oil. Saudi Arabia's wealth is one of the clearest examples of a single resource economy. The country contains one of the largest oil reserves on the planet, and for decades, oil revenues made up around 80% of government income. This one resource allowed Saudi Arabia to build cities, highways, universities, and a modern state almost from nothing. Although the country is trying to diversify its economy with Vision 2030, everything began with oil. 5. Singapore trade routes. Singapore has no natural resources. It does not rely on oil, diamonds, or gas. Its wealth comes from geography. Located on one of the world's busiest maritime trade routes, Singapore turned itself into a global shipping and logistics hub. More than 140,000 ships pass through Singapore every year. Companies from all over the world use the country as their Asian headquarters. The government built efficient infrastructure, strict laws, and a business-friendly system around its main strength, being a gateway between East and West. The one thing that made Singapore rich is its role as a global trade crossroads. 6. United Arab Emirates oil and tourism branding. The UAE began its economic journey with oil. But unlike other oil-rich countries, the United Arab Emirates, especially Dubai, transformed itself through branding. Dubai realized early that oil wouldn't last forever, so the city reinvented itself as a luxury tourism and business destination. Skyscrapers, artificial islands, mega projects, shopping festivals, and tax-free zones helped turn the UAE into a global attraction. Oil provided the foundation, but branding is what made the UAE globally recognizable and economically diverse. 7. Luxembourg tax haven strategy. Luxembourg is one of the smallest countries in Europe, but it has one of the highest GDP per capita rates in the world. The reason is simple. It became a corporate tax haven. Thousands of multinational companies register their European headquarters in Luxembourg to benefit from low taxes and flexible regulations. As a result, billions of dollars flow through the country every year, creating a strong financial sector. Luxembourg's wealth is built on one thing: offering corporations a place to legally minimize taxes. 8. Monaco, luxury tourism. Monaco's wealth comes from a very specific niche: ultra-rich tourism. The country attracts millionaires and billionaires with its zero-income tax policy, luxury lifestyle, casinos, and exclusive events. The entire economy is shaped around one idea: being a playground for the wealthy. Hotels, yachts, restaurants, real estate. Everything is designed to serve the richest people on the planet. The one thing that made Monaco rich is luxury tourism targeted at the global elite. 9. Iceland fishing. Iceland's economic foundation is built on something simple: fish. The country's coastline provides rich fishing grounds, and for decades, fishing has made up around 40% of the country's export revenue. Iceland's fishing industry is highly organized, sustainable, and technologically advanced. This single sector supported the country, even through financial crises. The one thing that made Iceland rich is maximizing its natural fishing resources. 10. Botswana, diamonds. Botswana is one of Africa's most stable and prosperous nations, and its wealth comes from diamonds. The country controls some of the world's highest quality diamond mines. Unlike many African countries, Botswana managed its resources carefully. The government ensured transparent agreements with mining companies and reinvested profits into infrastructure and education. Diamonds are the single factor that transformed Botswana from one of the poorest countries in Africa to one of the most successful. Every country on this list became wealthy because of one core factor. Sometimes it was a natural resource like oil, diamonds, or fish. Sometimes it was a strategic decision, becoming a banking hub, a tax haven, a tourist magnet, or a trade gateway. But the pattern is clear. Wealth rarely comes from many things. Most nations rise because of one strong advantage that they learn how to protect, expand, and use wisely.